We have a guest, Demetrius Scott, Director of Allied Corporate Citizenship. But before we bring him on, let's start the show and talk about some topics. So let's start with Donald Trump.
Your guy.
Wow.
This is just so they can clip it up and act like this controversy. I'm learning.
What do you think of Donald Trump launching his NFT collection, and do we think it will be successful? So if you saw the thing that was on Instagram, like his preview for his NFT, he had a whole thing. He made a commercial actually where he said that he's hopefully he's he's your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than George Washington, and he has an NFT collection that he's rolling out, and it's going to be like one of the things you get to play golf with him, one of the things you get to eat dinner with him. It's a whole situation. Interesting time to drop the NFT collection because NFTs have plummeted.
97% since January.
Yeah. So, but a lot of people still believe in this space. They still believe in the technology. So yeah. So what do we think about this? Do you think it's going to be successful?
I think we got to define what success is. I mean, It's less than a week. It's made $4.4 million. It sounded like it was a joke. And if you look at it, I remember I sent the article to Shy. I'm like, yo, are you looking at this? And like he got the laser eyes, like the Superman eyes. And I'm like, yo, this looks like it's a comic, or it looks comical. But when you realize 70 million people voted for this man, it really isn't that funny. Like this is a real business move for him. Obviously, what makes the NFT space unique is the incentives. And so there are people who want to sit down with him. There are people who would pay to play golf with him, or pay to be in a meeting with him, or pay to have dinner with him, or pay to have dinner with him. So do I think it'll be successful? It just depends on what the definition is. If it's just to make money, if it's to galvanize more people, to show them how personal he is. Like he said, he wants to be the I guess the all-time favorite of all presidents in the history of American society.
Highly unlikely.
It's going to be tough.
Highly unlikely.
He's using technology. He's using the technology to do it, which he's a first. He's a first. We haven't seen anybody else do it.
Mm-hmm. The first what?
President
to drop an NFT.
Yeah, has that anyone else?
There hasn't been. There wasn't NFTs around back then.
I'm just saying, in this space, like there's other presidents who could have used technology. He's the first one to do it. I mean, I'm sure he'll use that as something as an incentive. Like, yo, nobody else was able to use technology. It speaks to a younger demographic. It speaks to a younger audience. It says that I'm staying in touch with what's happening. We'll see.
What's your thoughts on this, Ian?
Financially, there'd probably be a success for him. He does have a loyal fan base despite all of his failure. I think it's a little bit late to be launching NFT, but also there isn't as much competition. So financially, it would do very well for him. I think it's mistimed. I even remember when he wasn't the biggest fan of crypto. What I will say for business owners, because all NFTs are, and remember when I said NFTs would crash and I was in Vegas and I was screaming. I was on my Loaded Lux Calico-ish and everybody like, yo, you tripping. I'm like, yo, the market is going to fall apart. And often during recessions, we end up having people that do these money grabs. To get a dinner with them and play golf with them, there is some value there, but is it really that valuable in a grand scheme of things? I'm surprised that Kanye has not done one, given all the stuff that he's gone through. But as far as a liquidity generation event, I think is very smart for him to do this one now, but I don't think it's going to have a great impact on the market. I mean, we'll talk about Kevin O'Leary later, but there's people who hated the space and they see how much money is there and they're looking to use their celebrity as an arbitrage with their fan base to collect coins and not really help the people. I don't think there's any, like everyone, please tell me what the utility of this NFT is. And I've said it before, if Web3, cryptocurrency were the saviors to the industry, then why isn't the cryptocurrency saving the companies and brokerages and tokens that are going out of business? We have to call a spade a spade. These instruments are the new penny stocks. Are there some that have provided value? And I know I was early even in saying about that particular club that we talked about when we were in Austin, and saying how they were tied to the Nazi regime and the similarities. NFTs are the new penny stocks. And until there is actual real world value and real world utility, when we see a Tesla or a Lucid or an Apple, a Microsoft, Unilever use them, this is a grand scheme for people to collect money off of those that are diehards of this space. Like even the guys that got convicted, I said this a year ago, people will start to get convictions around promoting these. I don't wish jail on anybody. Now I don't want you to say yes, ma'am in court 1,000 times either, but that's neither here nor there. But I remember on Twitter, I had made a comment like, hey, I don't know any successful trader that is on their phone 12 hours a day. And then Zach, one of the guys who ended up getting indicted, came for me. And I'm like, if you're trading and making all this money, then why do you care what I have to say about the space? I wish him well. I don't wish jail on anybody. But I've told every creator here, when there's a recession, there's going to be more depression, more suicide, more violence, more domestic violence. Also, the level of indictments go up as well. Please be careful. If you're going to promote a project, make sure that it actually works. Make sure that it has utility. Make sure that it is working for you first. Good cash grab for Trump, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to have a big impact on the market.
All right. Okay.
Liquidation event, right? Yeah, liquid, especially in a recession, right? Like it, and right now he's under investigation. Interesting.
You got to pay them lawyers.
At the same time.
Now the positive, because I don't want to just rain down. One thing I'm trying to improve upon, not only is my grace, but I'm also trying to, when I say something is dead or dying, or to watch out, to give the positives in it. You should go look at what he's offering in the NFT and see how you can add that to your business. Most NFTs are operating as a membership site. Cool. So add those there, and it's just giving a new veneer. So for your own personal business and collection, look and see what he's added and look to trump that. Even if you look at Market Mondays, I don't call it an NFT, but all those bonuses I give are essentially that. So be mindful, as Rashad would say, be careful. This market is going to get flushed out here pretty fast over the next year. And then at some point, there will be a company that creates a lot of value that helps the world at scale, and they will be dominant in that space.
Yes, I believe so. All right.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.